Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Today is Tuesday, June the 2nd, and we are here, as always, every morning at 10:30, looking forward to sharing what's going on around the world in places near and far as it relates to our life here in Puerto Vallarta. If you're new to these broadcasts, my name is Paco, and I encourage you to write the word new in your comments so that we can greet you in the best way possible. We get together, we share comments, suggestions, tips on how to stay creative. And at the end of each show, I put together a bunch of web links, URLs. Excuse me. These are the first words I've said today to anyone. I mean, I've murmured lovely things to my kitty cat, Luna, who's sitting here next to me waiting for her moment. Actually, she's just sort of chilling. She's turned into a lump. Hey, Luna, do you want to say hello? No? Okay, fine. Be that way. Anyhow, we get together every morning and we share information. Then we share all those bookmarks, all those URLs with you so that you can explore them at your own pace, in your own time. We also publish these broadcasts to YouTube every day. And so if you want to catch them there later on, you're welcome to do that. If not, I want to say hello to all of you that I see here. I see, as always, all kinds of wonderful regular folks. Thank you for the good mornings, Lynn. Lynn Rogers and I are preparing a wonderful surprise for everybody. I'm looking forward to collaborating with Lynn, who is a psychotherapist and a chronic pain management counselor. And if I'm messing up your titles, Lynn, please forgive me, but it'll be great to schedule something for the show sometime in the near future. I'd love to have you as a guest because I think all of us could use some advice and wisdom and a clear path as to how we can manage ourselves in these uncertain times. So I'm looking forward to that. And lots of wonderful good mornings. And yes, here we are again, Christy. It's nice to see familiar faces. I went to supermarket and I went shopping, but I'm going to save that for later. I see a new person, Elaine. Welcome. I don't know where you are, but wherever you are, I certainly hope that you're doing well. My dear friend Paul is coming back from Washington, D.C. on Friday, so life becomes normal again. I laugh with Paul because sometimes Paul and I are very good friends, and sometimes we're out and about, and some people think that we're partners or something. And every time somebody says to me, well, I thought you were boyfriends, I giggle because, we're just very, very good friends. Bob is saying hello from Las Vegas. I hope you can come back soon, Bob. I know that you're going to be coming back whenever the time is right for you. And Barbara is new, coming from Nebraska. Hello, Barbara. Great to see you. It's always great to say hello to new folks that are joining us in this morning. So I hope you're all comfortable. I hope you have your coffee ready because we're going to dive into, oh my God, my head is peeling and it shows. Ew. Okay, never mind. Let's take a look at some headlines. Okay, I want to start with this one. This is a headline that tells us how our Mayor Dávalos from Puerto Vallarta is inviting us to resume our activities. But I show you this not so much for the news content of it, but more for the photograph. Now, I cannot click and zoom on this image, but you can see here, or maybe I can. Let me see if it'll allow me to. No, I can't. But anyhow, you can see how nowadays, part of the new normal is if you walk into a store, you're expected to step in this little special mat that has some kind of solution, cleaning solution for your feet. And then you dry off your feet over here, your shoes. So needless to say, no barefoot shopping anymore, if you could ever do it. And then you're offered hand wash. And then you are, your temperature is taken for you. So this is part of our new adventure into going shopping. This is part of the expectations and regulations that the government expects businesses to follow. So I'm sure you already know that if you're a business owner here in Puerto Vallarta, and you probably are already have already purchased for these items, or you're in the process of shopping for them. So that's what the way it looks like. Um, I've had this experience at Hotel Mercurio. As a matter of fact, I was there yesterday because I needed to do some preparations for some live streams that we're going to do there for Virtual Pride. And whenever you walk into Hotel Mercurio, you get this treatment. And I expect that we're going to get this treatment pretty much in all the shops and businesses in Puerto Vallarta that fall under that non-essential category. Then this other news item from Vallarta Independiente tells us that even though a lot of businesses have the green light to open, and yesterday we discussed this, if you haven't received your sticker, but you have the proper paperwork in order and you're just waiting for the sticker to arrive, you're able to open. However, there are a lot of businesses that unfortunately haven't opened. Some of them may be on vacation, and some of them may just simply not be able to open just yet. And that is part of the new reality. Unfortunately, the businesses have been hit hard, and we certainly hope that as many as possible are able to resume operation for their own well-being. We also learn that the first hotel in Puerto Vallarta to obtain a so-called SafeHotels CovidClean certification is this business hotel that is pretty close to, I think this is the one that is pretty close to Sam's and the Maritime Terminal. They are the first hotel to receive this certification. What does this mean? Absolutely, well, not absolutely nothing, but not much, because even if they have this certification, hotels are still not allowed to operate their common areas. So that sexy swimming pool is still out of reach in case you're visiting Puerto Vallarta and are planning to stay in a hotel. You cannot use hotel facilities just yet. You can just enjoy the comfort of your lovely room and restaurants and so forth and so on. I will be the first one to say that I'm not familiar with this certification, SafeHotels CovidClean. I had planned on taking a look at it, and I will definitely do that in the days to come. So that is that. In Mexico City, the subway is back to normal, or the new normal. And this is what it looks like. It is interesting to see these very ordered lines in Mexico City subway, because in Mexico City, the subway usually is just chaos, and it's people and more people and more people. So it'll be interesting for us, and I say us Mexicans because the subway is for the most part used by locals. But anyhow, I mean, whenever you go into the subway, things get cozy in there, uncomfortably cozy. So it's interesting to see how my fellow Mexicans are standing there all patiently waiting for their turn to get in. And it's a lot of people. If you've ever ridden the subway in Mexico City, it's really crazy. Something else that the subway people in Mexico City are doing is they're encouraging people to stay silent as they ride the subway, to not have conversations, because when you're having conversations, obviously there's stuff coming out of your mouth. There's spray, micro droplets, and this is the way the virus spreads. So the subway is expecting people to ride silently. So again, I bring this up because it's part of the things that we're going to have to get used to in the future, and that's just the way it is. Meanwhile, in Guadalajara, the famous market, San Juan de Dios market, which if you've been to Guadalajara, this is one of the largest indoor markets or mercados in all of Latin America. It has opened with some of the shops closed. What the market managers or organizers have decided to do is to alternate days. So in one day of the week, certain shops open. In the next day, the other shops that were closed the day before are the ones that open. So this is the way it's working out for that market in Guadalajara. And it'll be interesting to see how these policies unfold in other popular markets throughout the country. In Puerto Vallarta, we don't have a market that is large enough to justify or to require this kind of approach, or maybe the local government will come up with a similar situation. We'll have to see what happens there. Um, it is also nice to see that, according to Miguel Torruco, who's the tourism secretary in Mexico, as soon as the new normal began this week, hotels are starting to report an increase in reservations. And this will be good news for most of our friends that are involved in hotel businesses or that work for hotels. However, neither the Secretary of Tourism or yours truly is expecting that a lot of people will be making reservations from north of the border just yet. In fact, the government is expecting that most of the reservations that we'll see through June, July, and August will be coming from Mexico itself. So it'll be interesting how local hotels adapt to the local market. Here in Puerto Vallarta, as you know, we love to invest a lot of energy in promotion to our tourists from north of the border. However, it is quite likely that this summer it is local tourism that'll save the day. As all of this is happening, as I mentioned a couple of days ago, Mexican President Andrés López Obrador has started again doing all his touring throughout the country. He had a tour of 5 states, and he started his tour by launching all the construction of the new Mayan Train. This is a combination freight passenger train that is being developed in the Yucatan Peninsula. And when completed in 2024, this train will connect the lower east side of Mexico and will be a boost for industry, a boost for tourism. Needless to say, the train has had its own share of negative comments. People that defend the environment have complained against it. I don't know enough details to tell you whether it is an ecologically sound project or not, but I do know, as a train lover, that that I certainly would love to explore this new route when it is completed. And that takes care of our formal headlines. Let me take a quick look at some of your comments to see if there are any questions that I can answer for you. Elaine is new. Hello, Elaine. I love you. Oh my God, you were on the other day, or you sent me a message. I love your last name. When I saw Tribble, I thought maybe she's related to Star Trek. But I'm sure you've heard that joke a million times in your life and you don't want to hear it again. Let's see. Oh, and you're Miss Maloya. That's great to know. Awesome. Bill is newish from San Diego. Welcome-ish, Bill. Newish. It's great to see you. Okay, Paul is into floor mat licking. That's awesome. I've never been into licking mats. I've been into licking other things, but we're not going to get into that. And let's see, sitting here con ansias esperando nuestra inspección. Okay, Logan is sitting at his hotel waiting for their inspection so that they can get their little sticker, and his inspector is an hour late. Well, remember, Logan, that once you have all your paperwork in order, you can go ahead and get started with all that you need to do. Don't let your dogs walk through these mats. That's an interesting point. I wonder what happens, Earl. I wonder if you're even allowed to bring your dog if your dog doesn't walk on the mat. Again, I'm not a dog owner, so I don't know exactly what it will be like to attempt to walk into a store with your dog, obviously on a leash. And that's what we get. Did I get my undies? Well, let's get into that right now. I went shopping. Oh my God, it's so funny because yesterday I had to go to supermarket because I needed to get 3 things. I needed to get coffee, I needed to get food for Luna, and I needed to get a cleaning solution for the house. So I walked into Walmart. Well, first of all, I got into, where are those? Oh, here we go. I walked into Walmart, and and the first thing that I noticed is that the corral sections were open. I figured, yay, underwear. It's a good thing. So I did my shopping. I took my time to leisurely walk the aisles as much as you can and should at Walmart. Walmart is a little bit more chaotic than La Comer. So I don't like to spend more time than I need to. But again, all those aisles were irresistible. I get to the drugstore section, and I was happy to see that Walmart now has gel available, and they have gel available in itty bitty little containers, as you can see here. And I happen to shop for one for myself because I was carrying a jug with me. But anyhow, it's good to know that Walmart now has this, and of course, outside of Walmart, I saw people trying to get into Modatelas patiently and waiting in line. Again, this is all part of the new normal. You cannot just, go into the store. The people that are minding the stores are keeping track of how many people are going in and out. Um, and yes, if you should know, I bought underwear, and I bought this little thing. I was so happy. I think I deserved a new shirt, and I saw this shirt. It is burnt orange, one of my favorite colors. So I am absolutely thrilled. I did buy underwear, and the funniest thing is, even though I shop with a list, the one thing that I left the supermarket without is food for Luna. So I'm a bad parent. I have to go back today again. Fortunately, she had some food left in the house, so all is well. And then I also received a report that Costco has also lifted their ban on things that we cannot purchase. So if you are a Costco shopper, and I imagine at this stage, pretty much all the supermarkets and big stores like Costco and Sam's must have lifted their restrictions on what you can buy. So I'm ready to go shopping for a vacuum cleaner now that I'm getting ready for my maid to come back. I'm going to have to spend a few days pre-cleaning for her because I've been a slob living by myself. Well, not a slob, but I don't want her to work as hard as she used to. Certainly, as I mentioned the other day, having spent the last 2 months taking care of my own apartment cleaning has given me a renewed appreciation for um, for the work that our cleaning staff perform every day. If you have a maid and you've been cleaning your house, well, hopefully this will give you some pause to think about whether you're compensating your maid properly, if you're offering perks or whatever. I love my maid. She's been with me for quite a long time. I am also happy to share with you, albeit a day late, the Met guide for this week for operas that are going to be broadcast. There's a couple of really nice jewels here. Yesterday they had I Puritani by Bellini. Today they're going to be broadcasting Lulu by Berg. Tomorrow it's going to be Orfeo and Eurydice by Gluck. Thursday it's going to be Tosca, which is a fabulous opera. It's really, really wonderful. Friday, we're going to have a contemporary opera, The Exterminating Angel by living composer Thomas Addis. I remember when this was premiered, I had intentions to go see it in Guadalajara, see the stream in the big screen in Guadalajara. And I wasn't able to go, but I had researched a lot about this opera, and it is fascinating. And Saturday, we have Otello by Verdi, and Sunday, we have Thais by Jules Massenet. So this is going to be a fun week for opera. I certainly hope that if you're interested in opera, you will consider attending. Now, a quick look at what's happening with some fundraisers that we know and love. I want to report on Paul Christ's fundraising effort, of course, as always. Paul and Luis's fundraising effort for local Puerto Vallarta families is still thriving, although not as vigorously as before. Paul reached out to me and said to me, I want to continue boosting this, so we're happy to support mentioning it. So this is something that is probably also be part of the new normal, being able to help others in need as much as we possibly can. And So I'm going to share once again the link for this. And I also had a nice conversation with Javier from Garbo this morning. Um, and when I asked him how did things go for PV Strong, he told me that they raised over 25,000 US dollars, which made the event quite successful. I'm very, very happy for them. And I sent um, a quick message to the organizer, to Brian Kent, because since they've reached their funding, um, you can no longer continue to contribute. So hopefully they will increase their goal of $25,000, so that people can continue contributing to this other important cause, which goes out to support some of the nighttime workers at LGBT businesses, which is very, very important. Wherever we are, wherever we go, if it is possible for us to lend a hand to people in around us, it is all really, really good karma. Let me see your comments. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Let's see. Dennis is freezing in New Hampshire. Well, hopefully you're going to be able to come back soon, Dennis. Repairman here can say thanks for your show today. Oh, Sherry, thank you for watching. We're always here trying to connect people with knowledge and businesses and ideas and inspiration as much as we can. Chris went shopping for fabric at Modatelas and had to wait for an hour. Well, again, it's part of the new normal, my friend. I think we're all going to have to learn to find the best time to go shopping. I remember we talked about how Google had started showing the best times to go shopping on the Google Maps. I haven't visited Google Maps in a while, but I'd be curious to go into Google on my phone and figure out if they are showing these best times to go shopping, which they were doing before. So that might be something that we all have to do or would consider doing in the future. I can answer this question for you, John. The mall by the book should be closed because shopping centers are closed. If anybody knows otherwise, please let me know. But by the book, all shopping centers are to remain closed still. Too sexy for my shirt? Not really. I feel like I'm carrying a lot of coronavirus here, actually. I've run across a few friends in the last couple of days just by starting to be a little bit more out and about. And I think we all indulged in a fair amount of eating in the past few days. I think we're going to need to do a fair amount of exercising just to get back into shape. My partner Ricardo and I own Apache's Martini Bar. We knew that, Geoff, but it's nice to be reminded. I feel for you, Jeff. I feel for you, Jeff, then, because you and other bar owners must be itching to open your doors, and it must be very trying and stressful. My heart goes to you. My heart goes to our friends at Chachalaca Bar. I know that every bar in town is just itching to get started and to offer products and services like before and offer a good time to people. So hopefully things will come back to a point in which bars can reopen and it'll be fun to visit. Costco's the best. Great owners, they take care of their workers. This is good to know. Absolutely. And then in comparison to, well, we're not going to get into Walmart, Costco greediness here, but I'm going to look at your link, Clay. Absolutely. Generosity is contagious. Absolutely. Tell us about Luna. Is she a cat? Of course she's a cat. Luna spends time during the day here next to me. There you are. Hey, honey. Luna is my salvation. Luna is my Prozac. Luna lives here in my house with me and keeps me company and has seen me wake up and go to sleep for many, many years now. And she is my co-host of this broadcast. So this is Luna. She has a special little plastic box next to my desk. And I have this blanket. And she spends the day sitting here with me and keeping me company. And my life would not be complete without her. So that is Luna. And Luis Leal says that he and his partner own Farm Fresh PV. Well, we're going to have Luis and his partner join us in an interview tomorrow to tell us a little bit more about Farm Fresh PV, who they are, how they got started, and what they can offer us. As I mentioned to you, I want you to share with me all your good comments that you have if you've shopped with Fresh PV. And if you've had negative experiences, share them with me too, because I think they will want to know, because I am sure that like any other business, they will want to do anything they can to improve their services and make sure that the connection with their customers is always the best one. So tomorrow we'll have a chance to meet them and see what their new venture is all about. I was surprised to see Lance open yesterday. I'm not surprised. Lance is one of those businesses that is allowed to open, so I'm not sure why you were surprised, Jeannie. If you saw something unusual, please feel free to share with us so that we can be mindful of that. And and this brings us to the end of today's broadcast. I don't think I have anything else remarkable to share with you. Of course, as the week moves forward, we will continue to look at situations and experiences that may seem funny, and they're part of the new normal. Some of them may seem uncomfortable, unnecessary, and foreign to us. And it is entirely up to us to have an open mind, to have a positive disposition. We know that nobody is imposing this whole pandemic on us. It happened, and now we are in a place in which we just have to learn how to navigate through it, and we will do that together as much as we can. It is my goal to continue sharing as much of the peculiar things that we have to do now so that we can all feel comfortable. And if you feel funny stepping into a mat that is soaked in liquid, well, join the club. If you feel funny having your temperature taken wherever you go, I feel weird too, but join the club. Maybe by having a positive outlook on all these things, we will have a better experience as we do it. So that is what I have for you. I am always grateful of your support through Buy Me a Coffee and simply your company. I'm thrilled to see that in the last month, we almost doubled the number of likes on this page, the page on Facebook. We're now over 700 followers, 700 likes. We started around 300 and something. There's over 1,200 people that follow the page. All is well and things are good. So once again, I always thank you for sticking around and for finding comfort in this half hour that we share every day. And today, Tuesday, I wish you a wonderful day, and we will get together again tomorrow morning or whenever it feels right for you. Thank you very much. And I'm cueing the little house. Have a great day.